Well, I'm back in Algonquin Park. I decided to come out for a couple of nights since the weather is very mild. My usual trip over the holidays and New Year was a no-go this year with the extreme cold, so I'm excited to be back out. I've decided to park at the Mew Lake campground and take part of the rail to trail to hit the Highland Trail. So the bike rail trail is very well groomed, and it's multi-use for snowshoe, pedestrian, bikes, and skis. There are some trails that are for Nordic skiing only. There's a new loop for that, but I don't even have my microspikes on. So once we hit the Highland Trail, that might be a little bit different. I opted to leave my snowshoes in the car and just bring my microspikes. I'm hoping I don't come to regret that, but we'll see. Now, coming in from the Highland Trail parking lot, where I normally go, trail brings you to a bridge to cross the Madawaska River. And the last time I was on it, half the bridge was out, so they had it down to single line traffic with maximum one person at a time. And I read that the bridge is out right now, so there's a detour anyway. So it made sense to take this route. It's supposed to be very mild. I think the nighttime temperature feels like minus 13 Celsius, so quite tolerable. And daytime temperatures are, I think, 2 to 3 degrees, so you can't beat that. I am actually trying a hammock setup this year. Normally I'm not a fan of a hammock, especially in the summer, because I like being able to cook in my vestibule and get out of the bugs and have room to move around, especially when the bugs are really bad. But I'm opting to try. I've got a cheap hammock setup and I have an underquilt. I have my fall winter light quilt. So hopefully I'll be warm enough without, a 5-6 hour value sleeping pad. But we'll see. If I'm cold, then it'll be a rough cold night. It's not the end of the world. But I'm excited to get out. And thanks for coming along. Please like, share, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. And let's go. Well, the Highland Trail has some good traffic on it. It is a single snowshoe width, and it's hard packed right now with microspikes. We're good. Going off trail is a little bit more sinky, but it's nice and it's packed, because breaking trail or dragging snowshoes is a little hot. It is warm. Well, I'm on the Provoking East Loop. The trail is a lot more sinky than it was earlier. The Provoking West look a little bit more packed down. This one doesn't seem as used. It is just beautiful today. I don't think I'm going to be doing the entire loop this time again. It's slow going in the snow, especially when it's a bit sinky and it's starting to thaw a bit. I don't know, but I'll make that call in the morning, because I'm planning to camp a little bit down the west trail tomorrow night. So either I do the entire loop and I get there, or I just double back and go there. It is March break, and I have a week off, so I decided to come out for a couple of nights. So I've been feeling really run down mentally and physically, and figured I can probably use some fresh air and sunshine, get out for a couple of nights. It won't help with my being physically tired, but it'll sure give me a mental boost, that's for sure. One of my favorite spots. Oh, wow. The GoPro doesn't do it justice. Since the trail is pretty rough, I think I'm gonna head off of the main trail here to the lookout and try and find a spot for tonight. I like the idea of maybe coming to have a coffee here in the morning. It's so quiet. Tree falling, or snow falling from the trees. Other than that, it's just the wind in my breath. Well, I'd explored a bit, maybe 50 meters from the trail past the lookout, and I found somebody else had made a camp there. They'd even shoveled out an area, and there was a couple of trees that were perfect to hang a hammock up. The problem is that it is like a highway right now for what I think were wolf tracks. Could be coyote. It's all different sizes, but active and very, very busy. So I am moving on. I don't need to be startled in the middle of the night or have something happen. So I'm gonna move on a bit and try and find another spot to camp. That was super disappointing, especially since it had already been shoveled out, because I'm just gonna be packing it down. But I'm not gonna risk it. All right, let's keep going. I am between the lookout trail and the first campsite for Provoking Lake. The trail is soft now. I am post-holing a lot. So I'm looking for somewhere to camp. Felt like I had the perfect spot, but fresh tracks could indicate that there's a den nearby, or at least that they're patrolling that area, so I'm not going to interfere with them. I am looking for a spot. May not be as far from the trail as I like. Well, I found somebody's snowshoe trail into Provoking Lake off the main trail, and they had a camp set up here. So I followed the snowshoe trail. It's got a base, even has a little fire pit they already did. I've hung up my hammock with my quilt. I've got my underquilt there as well. I am hoping to be warm tonight. I am, I think, pushing the limits for my top quilt and the underquilt. But we'll see. Worst case, I'm cold and I hike out in the morning. I'm not really a hammock sleeper. I'm kind of a rotisserie chicken. But I thought, let's try and get off the ground. Let's try something different. So I'm gonna give it a try. It's not ideal. Trees are either too far or too close, and it's a cheap setup, so I don't have a lot of loops on it. But yeah, not a bad little spot. Just trying to get some coals going here to try and cook my supper. I decided to actually bring out some pork chops tonight. I normally do dehydrated meals, but I decided to try and I got some pork chops. I've got some baked potatoes. I'm gonna make a cup of tea, and I'm going to use my new Suluk 46 titanium grill. This is like, I think, 8x4. It is like insanely light. I got this from Steve last month at the Hamilton Expo, and I'm super stoked because I normally don't cook while I'm backpacking, but it's kind of fun sometimes in the winter to do something, you know, especially if I'm having a fire. So I'm going to assemble this. I already tried it at home, no problem. And I'm gonna set this up and try and grill up some pork chops. Here it is set up. Now I have to set it up over the fire. So I'm gonna try to, I don't know, maybe do something like this. Let's give this a go. Let's see here. Let's do the bigger one there. As I can't find any rocks. There's too much snow. That's not exactly perfect. Whew. But it will do. Well, it is morning. I was warm enough last night. The underquilt, my back was a bit cold, but it's because it's not the right R value. Whew. I didn't sleep that well. I only got a few hours of sleep. But, you know, a hammock is nice for lounging. I don't find it great for sleeping, personally. But I'm like a rotisserie chicken, and it's hard to maneuver and move and stuff like that. But it's a nice morning. I'm not looking forward to getting up here. I want to get up and make a coffee, but my boots soaked through yesterday. So there's that. I don't know what my plan is for today. The snow is so deep. The snow is so deep. It's hard to enjoy camp. So I'm not sure. I might just hike out today. Just wanted to get some air and some time. But yeah, I mean, I followed this snowshoe trail into this spot that I found. And I would have never made it this far without the snowshoes or a snowshoe trail. So it's pretty deep. It's hard to pack down because underneath that layer, it's all grady snow right now. But I'm not sure. I'll let you know. I'm gonna put on my wet boots and then make some coffee. Well, I'm at the main trail, and it is beautiful out. But man, am I post holing. I'm not sure if I'm going to pack out or find another site. The snow is deep, and now the main trail, I'm sinking like every other foot, and my feet are frozen. My feet were cold last night when I got to camp, and freezing. It took a while to warm up in my sleeping bag, and the minute I put on my wet boots this morning, my feet have been cold for the last 2 hours. So I can take cold feet, but they're numb. I know they'll warm up here in a little bit when I'm moving, but it's the minute I stop, they're getting really cold. I siliconed my hikers over the holidays to kind of re-waterproof them, but I think they're done. So wet feet does not help, but it's a beautiful day. We'll see what comes of today, and let's enjoy the sunshine. Well, I think I'm going to take the portage here from Provoking Lake. The trail is soft, and every other foot I'm sinking. But there is a portage trail here that'll connect to the rail trail. So it's a little bit of a bushwhack, but this area, I think there's been some fat bikes on it. So it looks pretty packed to get to the groom trail. And I think I'm gonna call it. I've had a nice time. My feet are still cold. And you know, I'm here for fun, and I had a great night, and it's beautiful weather. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna pack out, because if I keep going on the trail with this potholing with the warm temperatures, I'm gonna be miserable, and my feet are not gonna dry out. So well, let's see where this trail goes. Well, so far this portage trail is more packed down than the main trail. I'm only post holing here and there, so I think this is good. Because wow, was that a slog. If you've ever tried to walk through deep snow and then sank, or like sand where your feet are slipping out, it's exhausting trying to take steps. Well, I'm nearing the Mule Lake campground parking lot at the airfield. If you followed along, thanks so much. Like I said, plans change, conditions change. I'm still thrilled I got to get out, and I feel great, and looking forward to my next trip. Cheers.